What if the most powerful response is no response at all? What if silence is more brutal than shouting, more haunting than closure? You're here because something hurt, someone pulled away, someone you gave everything to, attention, love, trust, walked away like you were nothing. And your first instinct? Block her, delete the chat, erase the pictures, try to disappear like none of it ever happened. But what if I told you, you don't have to block her, you just have to outgrow her? Because blocking is emotional. It says, you got to me. It screams, I can't handle seeing you live without me. But outgrowing, that's ice cold. That's evolution. That's when you stop reacting and start transforming. That's when she starts wondering, why hasn't he reached out? Why is he so quiet? Why does he look better now? That's the moment the power shifts. This isn't about getting her back. Nope. This is about becoming so untouchable, so grounded, so complete, that even if she came back crawling, you'd nod and keep walking. Because you're not him anymore. The version of you who begged? Gone. The version who broke? Dead. What's left is reborn, stoic, sharp, dangerous in his calm. If you're done crying in silence, if you're done begging for closure, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My silence speaks louder than her absence. Now let's get into it. Number 1. Silence is power. You think blocking her makes you strong? Nope, it makes you loud. It shows your hand. You're saying, you hurt me so bad I can't even bear to see your face. That's not power, that's panic. Real strength is quiet. It doesn't announce the cut. It bleeds in silence and heals in solitude. Silence is brutal because it's unnatural. We're wired to respond, to defend ourselves, to seek closure. But when you resist that pull, when you don't fire back, don't ask why, don't even try to make her understand, you become something rare. You become untouchable. Stoicism isn't about being numb. It's about discipline. It's the art of choosing when to speak and when to disappear. When she expects a storm and gets stillness, it shakes her. She checks your profile. Still there, still alive, still calm. You didn't block her. You didn't delete yourself. You just stopped feeding her your energy. And that's worse than any goodbye. You want dark psychology? Here it is. People aren't haunted by closure. They're haunted by absence. Her mind will do more damage to her than you ever could. She'll start asking herself questions you never answered. Was I not worth the fight? Did he never care? Why isn't he chasing me? That's the power of silence. It creates a vacuum, and vacuums pull. You didn't vanish. You evolved, quietly, without flinching, without warning. While she was hoping for a reaction, you were building distance. And that distance, that's where she starts to regret. So no, you don't block her. You leave the door open and just never walk through it again. Because the loudest message you'll ever send is no message at all. Number 2. Your pain is proof. You're still attached. Let's be honest. If you still feel the sting, she still has a piece of you. That ache in your chest, that's not weakness, that's evidence. Pain is the echo of attachment. It's your mind gripping something that's already let go. You don't feel this way because she's special. You feel this way because your ego is bleeding. You made her the center of your gravity, and now you're floating in the dark trying to make sense of the silence. Here's the truth most men don't want to hear. Pain is a gift. Not because it feels good, because it tells the truth. It shows you where you're still chained. You think you're mad at her, but really, you're mad at yourself for abandoning your own standards, for ignoring red flags, for giving someone more of you than they earned. But here's the Stoic angle. Don't run from the pain. Sit with it. Study it. Strip it down. Every time you want to text her, ask yourself, what part of me is still starving for her validation? Every time you replay a memory, stop and say, this is the part of me that hasn't healed yet. That's how you detach, not by pretending you don't care, but by facing the part of you that still does, and disciplining it. This is dark psychology. Your mind will romanticize her just to protect your ego. You'll remember the good and forget the betrayal. You'll blame yourself to keep her on a pedestal. That's the addiction talking. Pain is the withdrawal. Let it burn. Let it teach you. But don't let it lie to you. Healing doesn't mean it stops hurting. It means you stop needing the hurt to mean something. She's gone. That's the fact. The emotion, that's yours to manage. And when you stop reacting to the pain and start mastering it, that's when detachment begins. Number 3, attraction. Dies in neediness, grows in absence. You want to know what kills attraction faster than cheating? Neediness. That desperate energy that screams, please pick me, please see me, please come back. Women don't run from love. They run from emotional dependence. The moment she senses that her attention is your oxygen, she starts to suffocate. The irony. The more you chase, the less she wants to be caught. But here's the flip. The moment you stop chasing, she starts noticing. When your phone goes silent, when you don't orbit her anymore, when her name stops echoing in your energy, that's when she pauses. Because now you're not easy. Now you're not waiting. You're gone. And not in the loud, dramatic way. In the cold, elegant way that says, I've got better things to do than beg for someone who walked away. Attraction doesn't grow in presence. It grows in absence, in space, in mystery. Think of it like a flame. If you smother it with your hands, it dies. But give it air, let it breathe, and it grows. Your silence, your distance, your calm detachment, that's air, that's fuel. That's what triggers the doubt in her mind. Did I misjudge him? Did he stop caring already? Did I lose something valuable? Neediness screams insecurity. Detachment radiates confidence. The guy who keeps calling, texting, hoping he's forgettable. The guy who disappears, reinvents, levels up, he becomes unforgettable because he didn't make her his purpose. He made himself his priority. This is where Stoicism and dark psychology merge. You win not by manipulating her, but by mastering you. When you stop chasing and start evolving, you shift from the hunted to the ghost. And there's nothing more haunting than a man she thought she broke, who now acts like she never existed. Number 4. Rejection is redirection. She told you she wasn't feeling it anymore. Maybe she said she needed space. Maybe she ghosted you without a single explanation. And yep, it shattered you. Rejection always does, because we take it personally. We think it means we weren't good enough. But let me hit you with something cold and clean. Rejection isn't a sign you weren't worthy. It's a signal that you were misaligned, that she wasn't the destination, just a detour. See, your ego wanted her. Your soul didn't. Your higher self saw this coming, but you ignored the signs, the disrespect, the coldness, the inconsistencies. You romanticized what was never real because you were chasing a fantasy version of her, not the truth standing in front of you. That's why it hurt. It wasn't about losing her, it was about losing the illusion. But here's where Stoicism steps in. We don't cry over what left. We study it. We see rejection as correction. The universe, fate, God, whatever you believe in, just saved you time. She's not the one who got away. She's the one who was never meant to stay. And when someone leaves, let them, because what's meant for you won't require you to beg, to chase, or to break yourself to fit their standards. Dark psychology teaches us something else too. People often reject what they don't understand, what they can't control. Maybe you were too deep, too loyal, too real, and she wasn't ready for that. Her walking away doesn't mean you lost value. It just means she wasn't built to hold it. So take that pain and pivot. Don't spiral. Sharpen. Rejection doesn't define you. It refines you. And when you stop asking why she left and start asking what you're being called to become, you reclaim your power. Number 5. Emotional mastery over emotional outbursts. You want to know what makes you weak in her eyes? Emotional outbursts. Blowing up her phone, posting heartbreak quotes, telling her you can't sleep, can't eat, can't breathe without her. That's not vulnerability, that's self-abandonment. And once she sees that you've lost control of your emotions, She knows she owns you. Game over. Stoicism teaches us this: control yourself or be controlled. When you let your emotions run wild, you become predictable, and the predictable man is easy to dismiss. But the one who can sit with his rage, hold his sadness like a stone in his palm, and still move forward, that man is dangerous. That man is rare. Dark psychology flips the script. Emotional control isn't just about peace, it's about power. Most people operate on instinct. You say something that hits a nerve, they explode. You ghost them, they chase. But the man who doesn't react, the man who listens to the chaos inside him but doesn't let it dictate his behavior, he becomes a mirror, and people hate mirrors because he reflects their weakness back to them. You think crying to her will make her come back? Nope. You think showing her your shattered pieces will melt her heart? Nope. She'll just walk away faster. Not because she's evil, but because nature doesn't reward instability. Emotional chaos repels. Emotional mastery attracts. You want to win this war? Don't yell. Don't post. Don't explain. Observe. Train. Evolve. And when the next version of you emerges, calm, sharp, focused, she'll realize she wasn't dealing with a boy in love. She was dealing with a man in control. Number 6. Let her watch you evolve. You don't have to block her. Let her watch. Let her see exactly what she walked away from. Let her scroll through your stories and feel that slow, sharp sting of regret. Not because you posted it for her, but because you posted it for you. You're not hiding. You're not begging. You're building. There's nothing louder than quiet progress. When she expected you to fall apart and you glow up instead, it rewires the memory she has of you. Suddenly, the man she left isn't the man she sees anymore. And that confuses her, because she thought you'd break. She thought she was your peak, and now she's just a lesson. Here's where the stoic and the savage overlap. You don't evolve to prove anything to her. You evolve because staying the same would be an insult to your potential. This isn't about revenge. Nope. This is about outgrowing the entire version of yourself that tolerated her crumbs. That version is dead, and you're not attending the funeral. You're at the gym, you're reading, you're leveling up in silence. Dark psychology plays with visibility. Let her see the new you, but don't say a word. Let the photos, the progress, the calmness she can't touch anymore do all the talking, because that's what twists the knife. Not anger, not insults, but access denied without explanation. Not blocked, not bitter, just gone. That's what makes her wonder, did he ever even love me? How did he move on so fast? That's the point. You didn't move on fast. You just moved better. You finally made yourself your priority. And when she sees that, she won't reach out because she misses you. She'll reach out because she misses the control. Number 7. Stop trying to be understood. You keep replaying the conversation in your head. You want to explain yourself. You want her to know how much you cared, how much you tried. You want her to understand your side. But here's the truth, and it cuts deep. She doesn't care. And the more you try to make her understand, the more power you hand her. That need to be understood, that's ego. That's the little boy inside you saying, please see me, please validate me. But Stoicism teaches us something colder and wiser. We don't explain, we don't beg, we don't plead, we accept, we move, we let go. She already made her decision. Trying to be understood by someone who chose confusion over clarity is a losing game. Dark psychology flips it further. People respect what they can't fully figure out. When you stop explaining, you become unpredictable. And unpredictability is power. She'll wonder why you went silent. She'll question why you never fought for one last conversation. That mystery, it haunts her more than any apology ever could. Look, you're not here to win an argument. You're here to win your life back. Trying to be understood keeps you in the story. Detachment edits you out of it. That's the shift, from being a character in her narrative to being the author of your own. So let her misunderstand you. Let her create her own version of events. You don't need to correct her, because when you stop trying to explain your worth, you start acting like someone who knows it. Number 8, build a life so full, she becomes a footnote. You want real closure? Build a life so rich, so full, so relentless in its progress, that she becomes a side note in a story she thought she'd be the main character in. That's the ultimate shift, not just forgetting her, but outgrowing her so completely that she no longer fits into the world you're building. This is where most men mess up. They pause everything, they stop grinding, they let heartbreak put their ambition on hold. But Stoic strength says, keep moving, especially when it hurts. Use the pain as fuel. Go harder in the gym, sharpen your mind, tighten your circle, stack your money. Make your life so elevated that even if she looked back, she wouldn't recognize you. Dark psychology flips this too. People are drawn to power and progress. The guy who's stuck, sulking, lost in heartbreak, he's invisible. But the man who keeps rising without a word, he becomes magnetic. She'll see it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day she'll come across your name, your face, your progress, and it'll sting. Not because she misses you, but because she knows she could have been part of it. And now she's not even close. You're not building this life to get her back. Nope. You're building it so strong that even if she returned, she couldn't reach the level you're on now. That's evolution. That's vengeance through excellence. That's how you rewrite the story. Not with bitterness, but with success. Number 9. Indifference hurts more than anger. You think she expects you to be calm? Nope. She expects rage. She expects the angry texts, the midnight voicemails, the bitter captions. That's what everyone does when they're hurt. Anger is predictable, but indifference is a weapon. It's what she didn't see coming. Anger says, you still matter. Indifference says, I've moved on. And that's what burns. Not that you're mad, but that you don't even care enough to be. You didn't block her. You didn't chase her. You didn't even flinch. That's the kind of silence that echoes. She'll refresh your page. She'll check if you've watched her story. And when she sees nothing, just blank space, that's when it starts to eat at her. Here's the Stoic reality. Your energy is yours to guard. You don't waste it on proving points or chasing ghosts. You keep it close, controlled, focused. Because once you hit that level of emotional discipline, people can't manipulate you anymore. They can't get a rise out of you. And when someone loses the power to disturb your peace, they lose control over you completely. Dark psychology makes it simple. People don't regret the ones who fight for them. They regret the ones who vanish without noise, the ones who turn cold without explanation, the ones who were once soft and then just stopped caring. That's when her mind starts racing. That's when the ego kicks in. That's when the what-ifs start haunting her at night. You don't need revenge. You need silence, not the kind that waits, the kind that's done waiting. Because nothing says I'm gone louder than indifference that doesn't need closure. Number 10. You never lost her. You just outgrew her. Let's kill the lie once and for all. You didn't lose her. You lost the illusion. You lost the fantasy of what you thought she was. The truth? You outgrew her, quietly, naturally. Without realizing it until one day, she didn't feel as heavy anymore. Her name didn't sting. Her pictures didn't trigger you. And suddenly, you looked around and realized, you don't miss her. You miss who you were with her. But that version of you, he's gone. The man who tolerated disrespect, who overlooked red flags, who shrunk himself just to keep someone who was already slipping, he doesn't live here anymore. And once you've outgrown something, going back isn't healing, it's regression. She didn't reject you, she released you, so you could evolve. Stoicism reminds us, everything temporary is a tool for growth, even heartbreak, even her. And now that you've climbed out of that pit, now that your eyes are clear and your energy is clean, you see it differently. She didn't break you. She revealed you. She cracked your comfort and exposed the fire underneath. Dark psychology flips it again. People regret what they can no longer reach. Not what they left, but what they can't return to. She thought you'd be stuck in her orbit forever. She never imagined you'd outpace her, outgrow her, outclass everything she thought you were. And now, you're out of reach, not because you blocked her, not because you hate her, but because you've leveled up past her frequency. So don't say you lost her, say you evolved. Because now your standards are higher, your time is sacred, your presence is earned. And she's just part of the story that made you this unshakable. So now you know, you never had to block her. You never had to scream, beg, or break. You just had to become. That's the Stoic path. Not to win her back, but to become so whole, so focused, so dialed in that her absence feels like peace, not pain. That's the dark truth no one tells you. She doesn't regret leaving when you chase. She regrets it when you rise. You didn't lose her. You lost your need for her. You don't need closure. You are the closure. The fact that you're still standing, still rising, still building, that is the revenge. Not in rage, not in noise, but in stillness, in evolution, in self-mastery. She'll think about you. Don't worry about that. Whether it's next week, next month, or years from now, something will remind her. A song, a name, a scent. And she'll wonder, not because you made her, but because you didn't. And when that moment comes, you won't need to respond. You won't need to prove anything, because you'll be too far gone, too locked into your mission, too focused on the future to even flinch at the past. So if you're done playing small, if you're done chasing people who didn't value your presence, it's time to join the few. The calm, the relentless, the stoic. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and drop it one last time in the comments. I am the storm they didn't see coming. This is Stoic Blessing, and you're just getting started.